Hello and welcome to the off-season special of the New York Giants. And today we have a very action-filled episode planned for you guys where a lot of changes are going to be made just because we didn't quite get to where we wanted to get to this year. I mean, we got way better improvement, 13-3, but there are some holes to fill, and especially since now we have some big regression on this team. A lot of regression from these guys. Janoris Jenkins going down 20 attribute points. Sterling Shepard went down 9, even though he's only 28. I don't understand that, but speed goes down for him, release goes down for him, catching goes down for him, so some big attribute points. Rhett Ellison, minus 33. So our backup tight end takes a dump in his rating. Scream Martin's going down. Golden Tate went down 30. Anza's going down 12. McCourty's going down 21. Brissett going down a few at 28. And Shelby Harris going down 5. For most of those, it doesn't really matter as these players are aging and we won't really consider bringing them back. Like McCourty, we don't really want right now. Anza, I mean, he's good. He's up to superstar development and everything. But however, I think we're going to let him walk right now. If we don't find a way to fill in that hole, then we'll bring him back. Ben Jones, we're going to let walk, 32-year-old center. Jenkins, I haven't really been impressed. I think we need to get younger at cornerback and not older. So let's go ahead and let him walk. I don't want to re-sign any of these wide receivers yet. For Ellison, his regression's hitting too hard right now. Same thing with Perriman, who just hasn't progressed far enough in his career. Shelton, we don't need right now. We could use a punter. Galman, we're going to look elsewhere for a backup running back. One guy I do want to bring back is Sean Chandler, though. He's 84 speed, 77 zone, and his morale is helping him out, of course. But maybe on a 910,000 1 year, and he accepts. Martin, however, gone. Don't need him anymore. We have Volk and Medlock both there. Whitfield is the last guy here. He's been playing backup and he's been doing a heck of a job. Only 63 overall though. I don't know why he thinks he's worth that much money. 1 year, 1.5. Let's see if he just takes that. I guess he's going to test free agency. We'll see. What would have been his franchise? I'm also going to look for a different punter. I mean, he botched that one in the playoffs and I just don't want to see that happening. That leaves us to one guy here, and that is Darby. He's 27 years old, 6-year star development. We need a good cornerback on this team. I don't want to give him 3 years, though. Willing to give him money. 35.8? Let's try that. But 2 years. That would be 11.9 a year. So 2 years, 23.8. Let's see. He's going to test out free agency. And his 1 year tag is 16 million, so we just can't do that. So we're just gonna see how it works out in free agency, I guess. But before we take on free agency, we're gonna look at retirements. Alex Mack retired. Eli Manning finally retired. We don't have to worry about re-signing him or anything. Sean Lee retired. So those are our two. Not too bad. Talib, Andrew Whitworth. What are the big names? Jimmy Graham, Greg Olson, 2 big tight ends there. Parnell retired. Michael Bennett, Jason McCourty, Julian Edelman, and Tom Brady all retired. So Patriots not looking hot there. You guys lost a lot of players. Joe Stanley, Ndamukong Suh, Brooks Reed, and that might be all, I guess. That's not that many. I actually like that. John Gruden got fired by the Raiders and got signed by the Cardinals on a 3-year contract. So now it's time for free agency. Let's see, 83 million to spend. We got all the money in the world. Let's see what is there. Darby's the top player, so that's not good. Avery Williamson, middle linebacker. Aldrick Roses, Marlon Mack, James White, Samson Mbakam, Leonard Fournette is there. Justin Houston, Devin McCourty, Calais Campbell. So not big names at all. That's all for the 80 overalls. So Golden Tate is on the trading block, and a team I'd be really interested in making a deal with. The Packers have 3 solid cornerbacks, and one of them being Josh Jackson, who is a need for us, and Golden Tate is someone they really are looking into. We'd have to take someone else too because cap room, but let's see if they even take that. Trade interest level is somewhat high. I don't know if this is going to get done, though, because cap room is a real deal here. Maybe their other cornerback. I'd be willing to even throw in a pick for Kevin King. He's really solid there. 91 speed, 83 man. Not the highest zone. More of a more man team anyways. Let's see. Let's give it and see what they're not interested. So maybe we can throw in some picks or another player that they would like more. I don't really know who else we have that they would like, but I'm sure we can find something of their interest. How about Golden Tate and a 4? Let's see what that gives us. Not even close. I don't think that one's going to happen at all. So maybe move on. How about Patriots with J.C. Jackson? He is solid. Golden Tate could go to the Patriots. They need a wide receiver. Ooh, that one's closer. We can throw in a pick, and I think we can make it. How about a 7? Just a 7? Would that work? Whoop, getting there. Maybe another 7 for next year. Would that help the draft at all? Let's see. Not quite. Maybe a 6. Let's try a 6 this year in Golden Tate. They'll be taking the contract off our hands, and we'll be taking a talent who is still a little raw. Let's give a 5. Go for a 5. I'd be willing to give up until a 4, but let's try 5 and a 7. This is kind of tough. Why is this acting so tough? 5 and a 6. 2 middle round picks right here. 5 and a 6. Not quite. How about a 4? You guys want a 4? Give you a 4. 4. Ew, my goodness. J.C. Jackson is good, but I don't know how good. I guess he's this good. Let's give him a 7 next year. Let's see. This should get accepted, right? It was accepted. Golden Tate is being shipped off to the Patriots, and we're going to be receiving J.C. Jackson in return. The star dev. We have a lot of money to spend. A lot of good quarterbacks are out here, actually. Mitchell Trubisky, actually, the Bears aren't even signing on him, so Patriots look like they're in the lead for him. Interesting. Philip Rivers has nothing. Drew Brees has nothing, who's coming back for a 42nd. He's 42 years old, and he's coming back. He was with the Bills, I think. I don't know why they wouldn't re-sign him if he's trying to stay, because he led them to a pretty good record for being the Bills. Bridgewater's also available. None of these guys really have any bids on them. It would be nice to maybe bring in a rookie this year, so I'm not really interested in that. Just wanted to see what was out there. For running back, we need a backup. Really do. And having a good backup would be nice. Like Corey Clement, maybe. Someone with speed is what we need. Mike Boone, maybe. He could be cheap, possibly. And it's easy to replace him as well. So let's offer him 1.3 for 1 year. And he does not like that at all, but we'll see if he takes it still. Since we'll probably be his only offer. John Ross is there. Oh, goodness. We could go for a full speed loadout here with Sterling Shepard, Dorsett, and then Ross. Or we can go for a Switzer approach. I like the John Ross idea. 1 year, 4.4. I'd be willing to do 2 years, because even if he doesn't have a big role in the offensive game, if we sign someone in the draft or something like that, he will still be a good kick returner for years to come. I can offer him a little less. Let's try that. 8.08, 85 points, and yep, that one should go through. We need a blocking tight end. It would be great if we could find one, but I don't know if there really is one here. Josh Hill is here. Might just have to look at maybe a younger guy. Vanette, he did good in the playoffs against us. He had a few catches too. Blocking isn't really that good. How about Jake Butt? Is he any good at blocking? Not very good either, but he would be a good option just to have on the roster. Be nice to have a good backup tight end. We have dual tight end formations, actually kind of a lot. Let's do a 2-year deal for you, Jake, but if you take it, 51 points. We'll see if that even goes through. Not seeing much on this whole line here, but there is this young player here, Joseph Snelling, 92 strength, 79 run block, 80 pass block. Almost be willing to give him a quick deal here. He would be, Could move, honestly, to center or something. Let's go ahead and just offer him a 1-year deal. See what he can do. And there's always backup center position type guys too. One of those guys being Mike Pouncey, but Broncos look like they have a lead on him. Anyone else worth noting? I like them because he's 24. He must have been an undrafted rookie or something, and they just let him go. And that could easily benefit us if we find a way to pull through and get him. We just need a backup defensive tackle. Maybe a guy like Christian Covington. I can just offer him market value since our cap is kind of insane and there's no real splash players this time. I think it would be smart to bring back Ezekiel Ansah. I'm just going to offer him money and see if he takes it. 2.1 million, not a big deal. He would be a starter still on this team, so I think it's really worth it to consider that for sure. We need another middle linebacker. Here's Zach Cunningham. I don't want to give him that many years, but I can give him more money than most of these teams probably can. So let's see if that gives him points. 77. Looks like he's more into years. Let's see. Just 3 years. I'll bring him to 29. That would bring it to 93 points. What if I bump this money up? Bring him 7 million cap hit. It's a 99 point bid. We'd move him or keep him at middle linebacker. He would be the number 2 behind Dukes. And they both play on the field all the time, so they both should get paid quite a lot. I'm not worried about right or left outside linebacker, as Medlock is on one side and Bulk on the other. Cornerback, however, maybe bringing back Ronald Darby would be a good idea. Other than that, there's other options like Sidney Jones, who's younger, or Kareem Jackson, who could play safety. Might be the move. Kareem Jackson at safety would not be a bad idea since we don't have a safety. There's no good ones really in this whole thing, and the best one is the guy we had last year, Devin McCourty. The rookie punter. He has some bids on him too, but he's kind of cheaper than everyone else. Maybe a 2-year deal? 2-year deal? Let's do that. Let's see. 95 points. Only puts us up 1. What about a 3-year deal? I don't even care. Just a punter with solid kick power and everything. Same points. I'd like that longer though, because he'd be cheap for way longer. 99 points for that. Let's go ahead and stick with that. Darby really would complete our cornerback core, and I want him, but I'd rather want him for 1 year. We have cap, so I can offer him stupid amount of money for 1 year. I mean, his tag was like, what, 16 million? I honestly could have just done that. I should have just done the tag. But at this point, I'm just trying to get him 95 points. That'll put us on top. That's a big deal. 19 million for 1 year instead of 35 for 3. I don't want him that long though, so it's kind of a predicament here. Because the thing is, Sidney Jones at 1 year, 8 million is 70 points, while Darby's 95 on 19 million. I'd rather just give Sidney Jones more money and have him there for multiple years, as he's already a good player, an 81 overall, and start development and won't just regress. 3 years, 6, 7, 8, 28 years old, maybe 3. I bet we can get him on a lower contract too. 22. Let's see, 82 points. That's the highest. So maybe we should just stick with that deal. Other than that, I don't really know who else to pick up here. There's not a big splash that we can make, and this money might just have to sit here. Might just give Calais Campbell a deal just cause we can. 93 points. That would put us at second. Let's offer him 11 million. I mean, he could start over Ansah, honestly, on the other side. I don't know if we would even need Ansah at that point. Did we even sign? We put an off bid on him. I'm gonna take that bid off and just go all in on Calais Campbell for a 1 year deal. He's a superstar X Factor, 82 overall. So that's not a bad idea at all. I actually kind of like that. So let's just keep going. Maybe we could bring in a big time backup running back. He's only looking for a few million. I mean, I can give him a huge deal. 8 million? 8 million in 1 year? 91 points? Let's see. You might accept that. Then we'll have a solid 2 running backs. Of course, Saquon. Then when he is benched and resting, James White is out there, receiving back. I'd be pretty happy if all those deals went through. Let's see what goes through though. Free agency 1 is gonna go. Let's see. Accepted by Sheffield. So our punter situation is good. John Ross accepted. Cunningham, the middle linebacker, accepted. Snelling accepted. Jones accepted. James White accepted. Calais Campbell is the only one that rejected. And we have a backup plan for that. Where's Anza? Let's get him real quick. And that's really the only other guy I'm even considering at this point. Combine stats are out, so let's take a look at the free safeties since we need one, really. This guy is first in everything out of the class, mid-first round talent. So I don't know if we might want to bring back McCourty because he might be gone by the time we're picking. Josiah Bonds, early first rounder. I don't know if he would make it. He could probably move to free safety. They're pretty interchangeable, if I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of solid guys down here, but I'm thinking as a starter day one, we might want to bring back McCourty just to bring him back just to make sure. I want to see Terrence Frazier's combine and Darius Groves, I guess. Who's the faster? 4.4? What about Darius Groves? 4.41, so not much discrepancy there. And I think Frazier might actually be better. Don't quite know. I think Frazier is better according to B man, B press, C zone. I don't know. Depends on Darius Groves' man, which we can't really see, but assuming that he's a zone corner, it's not going to be any better than B minus, so probably C. So Terrence Frazier is probably better, but they're both third round talents. Unfortunately, Dallas McCarty is going to go off really early. I wish he was a more later round guy because he's going to be a good receiver in this league. How about Darrell Gardner? What was his combine like? 4.40, 6 wide receiver, pretty quick. He is a later round pick, I guess second round, but first round talent. I don't know how to feel about that one. Rashard Drummond might actually be better. I don't know. Comparing the two, no, it looks like Gardner's better. Blair Sanborn, looks like he had a good combine. Scouted him. B plus medium route, B catch in traffic, B catching. I'm just trying to get the guys with good combines. Not really. There it is. Moses Blanton, no, for sure. Devire Dyer. Ooh, what a Devontae Dyer. I don't know about that name. I don't really want to say that ever, but he's a good prospect. These are all undrafted guys. Don't really got to scout them. Here's how the team's looking right now. Shepard's the number 1. Dorsett's the number 2 receiver. And then John Ross, backed up by Slayton. So that's good. Running back, Saquon, James White. Then Daniel Jones, of course. Beal. And the offensive line is really our main concern going into this draft. Not entirely on just the center, really. And if that doesn't really work out, we can move Snelling up to the center, or over to the center, I guess that would be. And he has good strength and everything. I might move him there anyways, but I don't quite know yet. Button's still going to be starting on the left side. He had, actually Snelling might be better than him. I don't really know. They're both going to be starting probably on this team, but just where is the real question. Gotta fix our tight end, see what Jake Butt's going to be doing here, if he accepts our deal or someone else's deal. And here, middle linebacker got an upgrade with Cunningham over Sean Lee, who did retire, of course, but still an upgrade nonetheless. Medlock, superstar, the only one on our defensive side of the ball. And until maybe Anza signs, I don't know if he's going to sign back with us or not, but hopefully he does. Jones is the number 1 guy on cornerback, backed up by J.C. Jackson. Then Baker, who is our young prospect, 24 years old, 76 overall, solid player. So not a lot of change, but we have a lot more cap than we did last year. So Jake Butt will offer him a little bit more money. Not really too concerned about 56 points, doesn't really go up much. But let's check out the league signings. Darby went with the Broncos. So I don't know if they still have Chris Harris, but that might be a pretty good duo there. Avery Williamson going to Chargers. Samson Abukum going to the Raiders. So top 3 all went to the AFC. Justin Houston went to AFC. Calais Campbell went to the Dolphins. Don't know what that means for us. And Trubisky signed with the Patriots. So did Decker. So Patriots replaced Tom Brady with Mitchell Trubisky. Don't know about that. Major upgrade, I guess. So all the quarterbacks are still available. Drew Brees and Philip Rivers leading that. We still need a backup quarterback. Don't know if I want to get a vet. I might want to get a vet just to try to develop a guy if I draft a rookie quarterback, just to have one. Maybe like Alex Smith or Joe Flacco. Let's try Joe. See what that action's going to do for us. I'm not even concerned with the money, but 83 points there. So let's skip. Free agency week 3 starting. Anza accepted and Flacco accepted. So let's see. 53-man roster now. So major upgrades on this team. Joe Flacco is the new backup over what was the last year? Eli Manning. We got to get another guy in there. And then hopefully Flacco can use his age and help out the new guy, or maybe even Daniel Jones. I don't know if Daniel Jones is out of that phase where he can be helped by the vets or not, but he's only 24, so maybe. I don't know. I need Jake Butt to sign. Come on, 61 points. That should be good enough. Mike Boone, I don't really care, but if he signs, then he signs. I mean, while we're here, Perry Whitfield, he wants a lot more money than he's worth. Let's be honest here. How about 2.1? That probably sounds a lot better, doesn't it? Not for you, but for me it does. There it goes. Let's get this scouting done. And I need to look at quarterbacks later in the rounds. Oh my gosh, Bryce Williams is so good. I don't know, like why can't I be in the market for a quarterback? So we found Rapiel Jackson, 4th rounder. Projection, kind of fast, 4.6, not the slowest quarterback. Scrambler, and we'll see if we like that. Throw power is decent. Everything's pretty decent. Probably makes for a decent backup, which is really what we're looking for. Let's skip this free agency week. And that is the end of free agency. No new signings. It looks like none of those guys accepted. And we have another week of scouting before we head into the 2021 NFL draft. So here it is. Let's look at the recap of free agency. Who's still available? Wow. Roses, Mack, McCourty, if we don't fix that. Philip Rivers, Lambeau, Jones, Cook, Kareem Jackson. Bring him in and move into safety. A lot of guys here. I don't know who really else. Drew Brees also. Big Butt didn't sign with anyone. Interesting enough. Rather just not play than play for us, I guess. So let's just start this draft. So Miami is number 1 pick. I mean, last year I think they were 2, and that quarterback went insane. The quarterback has already superstar X Factor abilities. So let's go ahead and skip these first picks. We're not going to do any crazy trade-ups. We don't need to. They get a wide receiver for that quarterback, Dallas McGarty. Dang, he went off real early. He was a great player. 75 overall. Rashawn McFadden going off 75 also. Kerry Lynn, the tight end, he was projected number 1. He goes to Pittsburgh. And the 3rd pick, Raiders get a right end, and Broncos get defensive tackle Rocco Seward. He's a solid talent there. Not really too familiar with these early guys since we didn't really push that too hard. Eugene Morse, I had him on the board. He was projected mid-round, but he went early, 76 overall, deservingly. Dean Holloway, 79 overall, so the highest overall player so far was pick number 10. There goes the first free safety. For strong safety, Josiah Bonds. I don't know who else is on the board for safety, but let's take a look. Free safety is... who else could be there? Now there's not really much options at safety, so I don't know. We might have to wait another year. Maybe Coco Hawkins. He looks good. 3rd round. Quick. Not really that quick. 4.7. Not that fast at all, actually. 4.6 for Parker Barnard. And Hawkins is late 3rd round, but his stuff looks better. So that's a real predicament here, but none of them in the 1st round. Let's look at who is scouted in this 1st round. Alex Warren's there, Swift, Rashard Drew. Not really interested in any of those guys. We're more late round anyways. So let's look towards here. Oh, we got all these cornerbacks. That would probably be a good idea. Of course, we can go line again. Never have too good of a line. And then these wide receivers might be the play. But let's skip. See what everyone else is going to do. Alex Warren goes off the board. Rashad Drew finally going off the board. 76. There was a wide receiver. Getting to the mid-round now of the first round. And we're just going to let this go ahead. Seattle getting Ray Cameron. Bad pick. 67. 65. Oh, goodness. Bills? What are you guys going to do? You need a quarterback, don't you? Except if they're probably going to get Drew Brees again. Hopefully. I'd like to see him stick with the team at least. I don't know why Madden likes to destroy old quarterbacks, and no one really going off the board worth noting. All 60 overalls. Maybe we can change that fate here. Jerry Jarrett went off the board, and we are at our pick. Why is everyone 60 overall? You guys just not picking the right players? Bryce Williams is there, though. That could be a really good quarterback. Unfortunately, I think we need to do something else. And that something else either needs to be a corner, which we added talent there already, so I'm not really wanting to do that. I can do that in the second round, I'm guessing. Darius Groves or Terrence Fraser probably is going to be there. Or later in the rounds, we're going to do defensive tackle. We can do a end right now to try to fill in that gap soon. Or a guy like Josie Marsh, he might be the best player on the board here. A minus, B plus, B plus. I don't know, but let's take a look. Anyone really else? This is all the scouted players, by the way. We're just trying to get through these. Darrell Gardner's there. Drummond is there too. He might be a better bet than Gardner, since we can get him in the next round and try to pick the best offensive lineman in the class right here, right now. I think that's the move. I mean, he's insane. Josie Marsh. We got to go with him. There's no way to pass up on him. 77 overall. Unlocked potential. Let's go. 94 strength, 80 pass block, 84 run block. He's going to be starting on the right side for sure. Third and true talent, and we got him with the 30th pick. 31st pick. Oh goodness. I didn't mean to do that, but there's Marsh's brother that just went off. Joey Marsh, the running back. Bryce Williams is still up there. Oh no, that makes me so tempted. We really don't need him, but like, we really do. A plus throw power, B plus throw accuracy medium, B plus throw accuracy short. Scheme fit. Even if he doesn't start, backup, like, we got him. Bryce Williams, 69 overall, really? 94, okay. Yeah, he's gonna be a backup, but like, jeez, that throw power is unresistible. I just couldn't get away from it. Oh, he's gonna be a backup, but I mean, I don't know. There goes Rashad Drummond. That was the alternative pick, so we lost 1 overall point, and we have good receivers, so I'm not actually gonna be too worried about it. We're just gonna sim. We're just gonna go ahead and sim to the 30th pick in this round. Let's see what is still on the board. Go to scouted. I know there has to be at least, yes, free safety, cornerback, running back. Team need would be a free safety. Probably be the best play here. So we got to pick between Parker Barnard and Coco Hawkins, who is probably a later round projection, but yeah, Parker looks like he's going to be the better player. Let's see, 68 overall, normal dev, so a very average pick. He can't start. I just know he can't start. So that isn't the best pick ever. And we're going to sim to our next pick, since we aren't going to trade up. We were already a good team. I don't need to make any crazy plays. We gave around our 4th pick. So we go straight to the 5th round, and that's really what we got to deal with now. A lot of the players went off the board that we were looking at, though, which kind of sucks. So a lot of these players, I want to look at trades at this point. since most of these guys are 6th round talents anyways, well, I'm not going to do a direct trade. A 4th rounder next year, that's a good value pickup. Yeah, 4th rounder next year. Let's see. I'm interested in that. Who would be a good team to do that with, though? I'm thinking like Detroit. No, Detroit didn't offer that. LA. Let's do it with LA. Let's give it to him. 4th rounder next year for a 5th rounder this year, and we're gonna go ahead and send him to the 6th round. So let's go. Let's see what we can do. I know there are a few players down here. Where did they go? They all got drafted. That is unfortunate, but we're gonna have to do some blind ones. We've only drafted 3 players. So I'm looking at a strong center here. We're gonna draft him. Riley Chapman. He's gonna be a 51. Oh no. 81 strength, that's not strong. How is he one of the strongest centers? Dang, this class was weak. So once again, we fell in the trap of bad late round picks. I don't know how it happened, as I scouted all these guys down here, but it still did happen. Sean Roos? I don't even know. Let's just pick someone, though. I don't want to just trade this pick away. Let's just go for it. Yep. All right. Practice squad players. We made some notable changes. There's only 2 right tackles now. One of them moved to center. Joseph Snelling. He's going to be a 70 overall. His run block's actually okay at 79. Pass block could be better, but he should develop up, and we got him for pretty cheap in free agency. The 2 guards are our most developed players, with Zetzler and Will Hernandez, who are both over 80. And then Anton Hightower is going to be starting at left tackle instead of right tackle this year. He's in his 2nd year, going in at least to his 2nd year. And his pass block and run back are all solid. Better than Vernon Hutton, who might actually be the best center of them all. But we're going to keep him at his position. He's only 22, so there's time for him. There will be another time for him. And Josie Marsh, he is going to be the #1 guy at right tackle. Hidden development, beast of a player, 94 strength, 84 run block, 80 pass block, 81 run block power. And he just looked like a hidden gem, and we got him 3rd overall type player, and we got him in the 2nd round. So that is really what mattered there. For the draft, I know I probably shouldn't have drafted this guy in Williams, who was a 69 overall quarterback in the 2nd round, but we did. Anyways, he has development chance, so I'm actually kind of excited for him. So our line upgraded for sure from last year. It was pretty weak last year, and it's only gotten better from this year. Whole team really upgraded. We have a good backup running back now. Maybe take a workload off of Saquon now, since he's been a workhorse in the previous seasons. Defensively, we have Carter backing up Medlock, Dukes, Cunningham, then Sammy Volk, of course. Free safety, we got to pick up someone, or maybe just roll with Sean Chandler, see what he can do. But his speed and zone aren't really the best. I'd rather have a better player, but maybe just let it go and see what happens, since Jabril Pepper is there to pick up the slack. So I'm going to make a move and make James White the 3rd down running back, because if we have him on the team, we might as well use him effectively. John Ross will be the slot. Powers Saquon right, left, and I think we're actually going to move Medlock up on the right end, and we'll keep Sammy Volk where he is, maybe move him up 1. So I'm excited to see how this team's going to do. Of course, we moved Anza and to start for right end. I don't want BJ Hill starting. I would rather have Anza starting. He had a good year last year. A lot of defensive player of the year type performance there. Offensively, I want to see what this team can do now that we have a solid, really solid backup running back. Then Sterling Shepard, Philip Dorsett, and John Ross, who will be replacing Golden Tate. A very similar team from last year, but the minor differences, and all of these guys are on here. We're gonna sign Perry Whitfield. I want him back. He's gonna be the 3rd running back. This dude's actually kind of nuts. Dennis Gordon, 82 speed. He's a good defensive middle linebacker. I don't know why he's so low. Catching's even good. It's kind of weird, actually. And tackles a 76. So we're signing him for sure. 59 overall. I don't really care though, since he's actually a really good talent. I don't see McCourty here on free agency. I don't know where he might be, but he's nowhere to be found by overall basis. So I'm not too worried about it because Kareem Jackson's here and he can easily slide over to free safety. Let's see though. That looks pretty good. I mean, Kareem Jackson's 79 at safety, at free safety, so it's not too big of a difference from McCourty a year ago. And I just don't think any of these guys are ready to play in the league, especially not Chandler Estrada. So Kareem Jackson, I think, is going to be the starter day one. And that'll do it for this offseason. If you enjoyed, then please leave a like, and I'm excited to start this next season. Hopefully we can build on what we did last year and make stuff happen, as we ended 13-3, and this year we have a chance of making it to that postseason again, and hopefully zooming past the playoffs this time and trying to get a Super Bowl win.